Talk about an otherworldly location. Osaka is unlike anything I've ever seen. Coffee can vending machines. I'm gonna try every one of them. When you're in the coffee business, you want to go to Japan because they're sort of at the top of that mountain when it comes to the pursuit of excellence. I've seen them spend over $300 on 1 pound of green coffee, which they'll turn around and sell roasted for over $1,000 a pound. You gotta love it. Coffee on a rickshaw.
For over 20 years, I've traveled the world searching for exceptional coffees. But among the greatest treasures I've discovered along the way are the incredible people, their fascinating cultures, and the most awe-inspiring landscapes you could possibly imagine. Now, I have the opportunity to show you a different side of the world through the lens of coffee. The Japanese have a saying, naka no kawazu, taikai o shirazu, meaning the frog in the well knows not of the great ocean. There's a magnitude and distinctiveness to Japanese coffee culture that I just couldn't fully grasp without coming here to see it myself. Traditionally known for its tea, Japan's love for coffee has taken off in the last 40 years, and now many of the most exclusive and expensive coffees can be found here. Once center of the rice trade, the city is popular for its dynamic culinary culture and truly has some of the kindest and most hospitable people. Great food and friendly locals sounds like a winning combination to me.
So last night I got in after about 24 hours of travel and I arrived into Osaka. But this morning was when I could really get up and see it. And I think those are like those magic moments in travel when you first wake up in a new place. And talk about an otherworldly location. Osaka is unlike anything I've ever seen. So I'm on my way to find myself some caffeine consciousness and passing through what's sort of like Times Square. And it's like this multimedia extravaganza almost, you know what I mean? It's like anime meets Hollywood with Japanese characters in between.
It becomes evident right away that a lot of American coffee companies have a very significant presence here.
You can see these guys, this green character over here that everyone's pretty familiar with, everywhere in Japan. I mean everywhere. But that's not where I'm going for my coffee. I want to go somewhere that's sort of distinctively special, something Osaka, Usually those kind of places you find in little back alleys.
The appeal of coffee shops has grown a lot, due in large part to the fact that people's homes are often quite small, so the coffee shop has become a sort of extension of the living room. People come to places like Grand Knot Coffee to just relax and hang out.
Watashi wa Joey.
Joey, Megumi desu.
Meg.
Meg. I'm Meg.
Okay, you're Meg. Oh, you speak English.
Yes, I do.
She speaks English. Okay. And you have you have like a little, like an Australian accent.
Yeah, that's right.
So you've been in Australia.
I used to live in Australia before.
Wow. I can tell you make really good coffee. You have a La Marzocco machine, first of all, which is awesome. And you probably can do a flat white.
Yes.
Flat white is an Australian drink. It's like, kind of like, how would you describe a flat white? It's kind of like a latte with less milk.
That's right, yeah, exactly.
Right? Look at this milk carton. I mean, it's a beautiful looking milk carton. The characters are it's just like art, It doesn't just say milk, it says lots of things, which I don't know what it's saying, but it looks like it tastes really good. You almost feel guilty drinking that thing. That looks so yummy. Oh, yes, it really is great. It's fantastic. It's just, creamy and really well blended and savory, really savory. Just the right amount of sweetness. Ooh, it's a really smooth espresso, very chocolatey. Oh, I just love coffee. When you're traveling, the coffee shop is kind of like that place where, you get to a new place and you think, let me find a coffee shop. And that kind of is like the home base. It's where you gotta get grounded. And you can then meet people like you and talk about where the cool places are to visit. It's such a great substitute to just going on the internet to try and learn where you're gonna go, So is that takoyaki like?
When in Osaka, it's an absolute must to try some of the city's iconic street foods. And it's said that people here spend more on food than on anything else. And there are so many unique and pleasant smells floating around the city that it's honestly almost overwhelming. Fortunately, my guide directs me to some of Osaka's most famous dishes, takoyaki.
6 pieces?
Or 10 pieces.
Or 10 pieces? Ooh, that's a major commitment, 10 pieces. How many do you want to get?
10.
You want to go for it? 10? All right, so 10 pieces?
Takoyaki is almost like a pancake batter filled with octopus, pickled ginger, and green onions, and then it's cooked.
Wow, you put a lot of octopus in there.
It is said that takoyaki was invented here in Osaka by a street vendor in the 1930s, and now it's eaten all over the country. It's cooked in a special pan which molds the batter into these small little balls.
Oh, look at that. Yum. What are these things on top?
Bonito.
Bonito. Oh, dried fish. You need to pay.
A whole tray of takoyaki like this costs around $6, which helps explain another reason this dish is so popular.
All right, I'm going for it. Wow. There's a lot going on there. A lot of flavor. The barbecue sauce is really sweet. And then there's this sort of buttery, savory edge to the batter. And then the octopus adds such texture to it. It's like crunchy. This is really good.
It turns out bonito flakes on the top are actually dried tuna, and the fish is shaved into these incredibly thin slices, which have a really smoky flavor with a salty edge. After a few bites, I can totally see why this stuff is called the soul food of Japan.
Coming up, bet you anything, I'm the first coffee person to ever serve geisha coffee to a real geisha.
Walking around Osaka, I can't help but to notice that vending machines are everywhere. In fact, there are close to 6 million of them in the entire country, and it seems like you can buy everything from these things. Neckties, umbrellas, sake, and even, you guessed it, coffee.
The canned coffees are so many different varieties because they all taste a little bit different, and they use pretty good coffee, so I've heard. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm thinking, which one am I gonna try? I'm gonna try every one of them, because I mean, how often do you come to Japan?
Each can is costing me 200 yen, which is a little under $2.
All right, here we go. First, we're gonna try the Rainbow Mountain Blend. And we have no idea what's Guatemalan coffees, though. Look at that, see? This is not cheesy coffee. This is like good coffee in the can. So we're gonna try this one first. Let's see what it tastes like. It tastes like real coffee. A little bit weak, this one, but kind of watery, but still pretty good. I mean, it's legit coffee. This is premium boss. This is where you're not messing around anymore. This is the serious. I mean, it's pretty, gotta hand it to them. It's not bad. I would venture to say it's actually good. Now I have to drink 4 cans. Want to see if I can drink them. They're looking at me like I'm nuts. I guess I am a little nuts. So I think the verdict is that the canned coffee is a sensation that is uniquely Japanese and definitely worth it. Definitely an experience and not bad. And I would drink one of these in the middle of the daytime. Maybe around 2nd or 3rd coffee. 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This is a good choice.
I'm taking the train to my next destination, and as it turns out, the trains here are almost too punctual. I almost got on the wrong train, thinking mine was just a few minutes early. Apparently, that was the train that left at 1:37. Mine was the 1:41 departure. I'm currently headed about 26 miles northeast of Osaka to Kyoto, where I will continue my coffee journey. Rain or shine, this ancient city is stunning. Kyoto is rich with history. It was once the imperial capital of Japan, and people have been living here for over 1,500 years. Just looking around, it's amazing how well the architecture seems to complement the landscapes. I mean, these rooftops kind of look like the maple leaves.
So there are over 2,000 shrines and temples in Kyoto, and they say that you can't understand the true essence of the Japanese unless you know Kyoto. What's fascinating to me is that the shop owners and the people who live here, many of them can trace their genealogy going back 500 years. This is about the mentality, you know, and the Japanese mentality is rooted in their heritage. But there's actually a living embodiment of that mentality, a living embodiment of history, and they're called the geisha. And they're masters of music and poetry and the arts. And they do tea preparation according to the age-old ceremonies. So I'm actually looking to meet a geisha and start to understand Japanese culture from the very root.
The custom of tea drinking is a core influencer in the formation and evolution of the Japanese culture we know today. The geisha is one of the most well-recognized symbols of Japan, and today at tea houses like this one, it's common for a maiko or apprentice geisha to serve the tea. The hairstyle of the maikos actually marks the different stages of their apprenticeship, and there's meaning behind everything they wear, their movements, and the way they present themselves. No detail is overlooked.
So that was the most beautiful ceremony I've ever seen anyone do. It was. We were just talking about how, you know, the geisha are living art, you know, but they're not just living art, they're living history. And they're a huge part of, they sort of embody Japanese culture, Japanese history, and that sort of pursuit of excellence that's steeped in the Japanese. And we saw that with this ritual. And so I thought I would like to share with you one of my favorite rituals, which is making coffee. Okay, now.
The coffee I've brought with me is called geisha coffee, but it's actually not from Japan.
You smell? Smells like...
The coffee gets its name from the area around the town of Gesha in Ethiopia, where this type of coffee first originated.
Geisha coffee. And I think I'm making history here because I bet you anything, I'm the first coffee person to ever serve geisha coffee to a real geisha. So we say in America, we say cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Very tasty. All right. You taste lemon? Lemon? Lemon. Yeah. Lemon and
Jasmine とか。
jasmine. Yes. Jasmine.
Tea has been a part of the culture here for over 1,000 years, and I'm beginning to see that the way to better understand the Japanese approach to coffee is to first understand their taste in tea.
Coming up. You gotta love it. Coffee on a rickshaw.
I'm taking a taxi to the town of Osaka, just a short drive from Kyoto. The ethereal landscape and low-lying clouds here give these tea farms a sort of dream-like quality. Tea plants, like you see here, have been cultivated in this area for hundreds of years. This is Obubu Farm, and I'm here to meet the International Department and Education Lead, Simona.
Simona? Hey, it's Joey. Ha, she's right where she said she would be. Should I come down there? Oh, it's so nice to meet you.
Hi.
You totally led me to the right place. I didn't get lost or anything.
Welcome to the farm.
How are you? Oh,
Good.
gosh, such a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet
Excellent.
you.
I don't know anything about tea. I don't even drink tea, to be honest with you. I don't even really drink tea. I feel bad, but I just don't. I'm a coffee person.
Right.
Is it okay?
Simona has offered to give me a tour before tasting some of the teas they produce here. Tea people have always been like a different species to me, but I'm hoping that an understanding of Japanese tea will provide more insight into Japanese coffee culture.
Yeah.
I quickly discovered that harvesting tea in these hills is not easy because it has to be done mostly by hand.
Because I'm wondering
So different parts of the plant are picked to make different teas. So you have to know exactly which leaves to choose. And the moisture on these plants is in part what makes the leaves taste so sweet.
Is this a good leaf? Would this be?
So this is actually a mother leaf that stays on the plant all year round. But when we harvest, we aim for the young part. So
Young part.
something like this, like a new bud. that comes out. So one bud and 2 leaves are for the best kind of quality tea.
Lower leaves on the plant are used to make lesser quality teas, so there's quite a variety in the types of tea that can be produced.
So I know that you don't just take the green tea and dry it and then it's one type of green tea. There's all
Right.
different kinds of tea, right?
Right. And depending on country, it varies as well. So in Japan, we have quite a range of teas, and more common ones that you may know would be sencha, higher grade loose leaf tea.
Sencha is a higher grade loose leaf.
Loose leaf.
Okay.
And then maybe matcha, you'd know?
Matcha, yeah,
like
I'm
the
familiar.
powder.
Yeah, it's like
tea.
the powder. Yeah, you can make smoothies out of it and stuff.
Exactly, yeah, it's becoming really popular everywhere. Smoothies, ice cream,
Yeah.
latte, everything.
Yeah.
Some of the teas are roasted like coffee, which helps the caffeine to evaporate naturally. Also like coffee, there's a lot of detail that goes into making great tea.
Coffee is becoming a boom because people are maybe a little bit tired with tradition and what has been here for a very long time, so they are looking for new and exciting things. So I think hopefully you could see
Yeah.
a lot of interesting things with coffee in Japan as well. I think it starts to boom a bit too.
Well, it's funny that you say that about, the tea. People are getting tired of tea and they want the tradition of it, but it's almost like they're finding a new tradition with
Right.
coffee, but it spirals off of tea, and that's what's so fascinating. That's why I think it's such an important part of my trip to come see
Right.
you.
So we are happy
And,
to have you.
Because the land here is so hilly, the tea is planted on terraces and it creates these beautiful curved rows. When I've seen pictures of farms like these in the past, I've always been convinced that the photos had to have been doctored because it looks too perfect. But now I see that the beauty here is real, and this is among the most picturesque spots I've ever visited on my coffee journeys.
So this will be the first one, roasted tea.
Now that I've been sort of hypnotized by the majesty of this place, it's actually time to taste some tea, and I must say I'm really pretty excited about this. We start with roasted hojicha, which Simone says is most popular with coffee drinkers because it shares some similar characteristics.
Because it's made from the leaf that traditionally was used for green tea.
Yeah. Using elements that are probably grown right here around.
While most Japanese tea is steamed, hojicha is roasted over charcoal.
I like it.
Very good.
This would be one I would do. I would drink this at night after my 4th coffee. Drink this one. Perfect.
So we sneaked one in.
All right, so you got me on that one. That's a nice one.
Definitely surprised by how much I'm enjoying this tea thing. I'm especially attracted to the ritual and the way each cup is immaculately prepared. Starting to see a similarity between some of the flavors of tea and the coffees that I know are popular in Japan.
Yeah. So this is sencha tea.
Sencha, yeah.
And this is like, so you shade this for a long time?
This is shaded for about 2 weeks before we harvest. We cut the leaf. So
Smells like kind of like cut grass meets
Yeah.
the forest. Like,
something like that.
Yeah, kind of like a...
Watching Simona, I'm noticing the importance of water temperature when it comes to brewing Japanese teas.
Making tea.
This particular tea doesn't require boiling water, so Simona is letting it cool before beginning the steeping process.
Oh, so, okay, you're right. You're making it not too...
Apparently, the most common mistake people make in brewing Japanese tea is to use water that is too hot.
Whoa. Wow, that's wily. God, I always refer to tea as kind of like coffee's third cousin. This is coffee's crazy uncle. Yeah, this is...
This one, yeah. I think it's like either love or hate relationship. So
Yeah,
many
I can
people
see
like
that.
it from the first try. Many others are not so sure.
It turns out that sencha tea can be brewed several times using slightly hotter water each time and results in different flavors from the same leaves. And once you've enjoyed the tea, you can even eat the leaves, which are filled with vitamins that don't dissolve in water.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. That totally makes it appealing.
To enhance the flavor and texture, Simona adds a drop of soy sauce and some roasted rice.
Okay, so we just go bottoms up. And we use the... Okay.
Chopstick time?
Yeah, okay. All right, we're a little more sophisticated here about that. Oops. There it goes.
Shall I give you another?
Can't take me anywhere.
Is it same as in the tea field?
Oh, it was a pure pleasure. It was really pleasant, really nice. Not a bit of bitterness. Doesn't have that green vegetable. Like
Yeah,
I don't feel like
it's
I'm
not-
eating leaves, And the roasted rice really helps, and the soy sauce is just salty and savory and crunchy. And I like the roasty taste of the rice.
It's a
It
nice
does. It
veg.
tastes like rice.
Tasting different teas with Simona has been quite an eye-opener, and I'm starting to feel more intimately acquainted with the Japanese perspective on tea, and thus, coffee. Before I leave Kyoto, there's one more place I want to see. The Arashiyama Bamboo Grove is arguably among the most prominent symbols of Japanese sensibility. There's something about being in the tranquil bamboo forest that makes you sort of keenly aware of like all your senses. I mean, the experience is not just about the symmetry and beauty of the forest itself, but also the smell of the bamboo, the sound of the breeze, and of course, the taste of the coffee.
You gotta love it. Coffee on a rickshaw. Coming up, Tokyo is the largest metropolis in the entire world. It's up to 2,500 people can cross right here at the same time.
Today I am whizzing over to Tokyo in one of Japan's bullet trains. With maximum speeds of up to 200 miles an hour, these trains are some of the fastest overland travel methods on the entire planet. These days, Tokyo is a global mecca for some of the choicest beans and most elaborate techniques in preparation and packaging.
Yokoso Tokyo. Welcome to Tokyo.
The first thing that hits you when you pop out of the train station is the sheer magnitude of the city. It's a sort of unique blend of hyper-modernity and old-world tradition.
So this is Shibuya Crossing. It's one of the largest and busiest intersections in the entire world. Sometimes up to 2,500 people can cross right here at the same time. Which if you think about it, it's pretty fitting because Tokyo is the largest metropolis in the entire world. You've got over 35 million people living in the metropolis of Tokyo. 13 million, over 13 million just in the city center alone.
Getting around Tokyo can be challenging if, like me, you don't speak or read Japanese. But I have to admit, it's actually kind of fun to get lost. However, if all else fails, I can always navigate my way back to one of Tokyo's most popular meeting spots, right outside of Shibuya Station.
There's a saying in Tokyo, and it's Hajiko ni aimashita, which means meet me at Hajiko. And it's where everyone meets this dog statue, and it has so much, really is a touching story. This dog's master had died, and he used to go to meet his master at the train station every day. And his master died, he still came every day to meet him at the train station. He continued to show up day after day. And to this day, they built a statue on him, and it just shows you that, the Japanese, they really appreciate loyalty. It's a touching story.
Coffee shops in Japan are called kiseten, and although the big brand names have snagged a huge slice of the market here in recent years, there's still a growing demand for exclusive coffees that you can't get anywhere else.
So when we talk about perfecting one thing and one thing only and doing it really, really well, there's a woman I'm going to see who owns a coffee shop. Her name is Maiko Miyake, and she has mastered the art of preparing a very, very special type of coffee.
Hello.
Hi, Maiko. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Oh, look at you brewing all kinds of stuff. It smells totally unique in here. Like it's.
Maiko is famous in Japan as she's the only person in the country who specializes in coffee from Yemen.
So what do the Japanese think of Yemen coffee? I mean, how do they feel about it? Do they?
Actually, Japanese loves mocha matari. This is really famous in Japan.
Mocha is a port city on the Red Sea coast of Yemen, and for hundreds of years it was the main marketplace for coffee. Mocha grows in the mountains of Yemen, and the beans are highly prized for their flavor. Today, mocha is often confused for coffee drinks that are mixed with chocolate, and a true mocha is very rare in Japan. Maiko roasts the beans herself, mixing the ground coffee with saffron and cardamom to create a blend that's sort of reminiscent of the Arab Peninsula, yet totally distinct in its flair and pizzazz. She then serves the coffee in these classic Arabic coffee pots. Coffee is already unlike anything I've ever seen, and I can't wait to taste it.
Wow, it's interesting. It's really interesting. You can taste the frankincense and you can taste the cardamom, but they blend really well together. And it's not like really spicy, it's kind of herbal. It's a really very different drink, different than I've ever had. Ah, man, what an experience. I never thought I would step into this Arab world in Japan, but I guess I shouldn't be too surprised because that's how Maiko is. She's an adventurer. She does crazy things, apparently.
One of the things I love about travel is discovering cultures that challenge my perspective. From brewing coffee with a geisha and trying new and exciting types of tea, I've been able to see firsthand how the rich traditions of Japan's past have played an influential role in its distinctive coffee culture today.